Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, where in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at the AEC Mk.II. Now this vehicle is a small light armoured car that was a part of a War Thunder event about a year ago, and I thought I'd take a look back at it, and it turns out it's actually pretty good. Now initially when I looked at it, I did think it's just a small armoured car, there's no armour, the gun's not so good, but since then quite a few things in the game have changed which have actually made this vehicle a lot more fun. Now obviously, a big negative, as I said, the weak armor. At least on the chassis, the armor is effectively paper. Even a 30 cal machine gun will go through in some places, so that's really not something that you're going to be using to any advantage. Now, on the other hand, this thing's mobility. The lack of armor does give it a light weight. This means it can go very quick, and unlike other armored cars at this sort of level, like the Pumas on the German line, this will go up hills fairly decently. Even in mud and snowy conditions, it will still be a fairly mobile vehicle, so that is one slight advantage over them, although I believe the top speed is actually a bit less. Now, another big positive, the gun. This thing is a 6-pounder. Initially, back when I first looked at this vehicle, the gun was okay, the shells weren't the best. But since then, there have obviously been shell penetration value updates, all those sort of things. And now this thing has the shot Mk.IX, which is an APCBC shell with, at best, 130mm of penetration. Please note this is a ballistic capped shell. Effectively, even in an up tier, you will pen most things. The only things I can really think of off the top of my head that are majorly annoying is later T-34s you might face and KV-1s. Early T-34s, not a problem. Any German tank, not a problem at all. So let's go look at some gameplay with this. So first off, a game on my favourite map, Abandoned Factory. Now the main reason for this being my favourite map in the game is simple. I have had a single tactic that I've used since I started playing on this map, and that tactic is still very, very good. This being starting off at the A point, where there tends to be the least amount of enemy players, then moving up to B, and then C. And as you see, I have gone to A, and I just got my first kill on the Panzer IV. Good tactic with Panzer IVs, knock out the turret, get rid of their gun, they can't shoot anymore, and then you can just hit them where it hurts, knock out the ammunition, blow them up. Same tactic with the T-34. I didn't knock out the turret, but, you know, I got right next to him, hit where the ammunition was, and he exploded, knocked out the crew. Now this, moving up onto the B point, I have flanked round, I'm on their side of the B point, hiding, hit a Sturmpanzer, knocked out his transmission. Now I know he cannot move. He will hopefully get killed by another friendly. T-34 and a Stug. First off, T-34, knock out the radiator. Not much damage, he can still move. Hit the Stug yet again, knock out the gunner and the cannon breach. T-34 seems a bit confused. You know, one more shot to him knocks out the crew, giving me a kill there. Now it's onto the Stug, so he's there, fire a shot in, make sure just to get the final shot, knock out the remaining crew members, and there we go, that is another kill. There is a Panzer IV, but, you know, someone else gets to him before I do. Now, if you look closely there, you would have seen a little thing darting across over in the distance, and that was one of the lovely little Fiat R3s. I hate these things. I want them all to die. This one was being weird. He was trying to break a piece of pipe and he couldn't, and he was just sitting there. So I thought, you know, it's free real estate. You might as well acquire it. So I went and grabbed that free real estate. Here we have an Italian boy. Obviously a little bit up-tiered for him. I would presume the player's died a few times and has basically just up-tiered one of the lower vehicles. So nothing wrong with that, but it did give me an easy kill. Here is, you know, Panzer III. That's one of the more armoured versions of the Panzer III, and as you can see, this APCBC shell does go straight through the front of anything it wants to. And there is a Stug, he cannot turn, he cannot move, all it takes is one more shot to the right place, giving me another kill. Now, the rest of this game, I was protecting the C point, and I did eventually get killed, but nonetheless, it was a very good thing, and this is really a set of kills I was very happy with. So this was a Puma and a Panzer III. Now the Puma comes in, he thinks he's all good, and one shot, yeah, he's dead. Panzer III, he tried to get his turret around, and boom, there we go. 2 kills in a very, very short amount of time. I was very lucky there. If that Puma had got his gun on target before I could have, he would have killed me. And as you can see here, we have an early Panzer IV. You know, I knock out some stuff, and he turns to give me a perfect side shot, get in there, blow up the ammunition, and that is all good. Now I do get one more kill on this lovely little P40. He's driving along, knock out his commander, and, you know, he's trying to escape. I do feel sorry for the guy, but this thing's acceleration's decent, giving me a chance to move forward, set him on fire, knock out the engine, he can't go anywhere anymore, and all it takes is one more shot to give me the kill. After this, I do die. I'm protecting the C point, I move out to try and get a better position, and I get attacked from behind by an enemy vehicle, an Italian tank destroyer in actual fact. Certainly though, a game that very well demonstrates the capabilities of the AEC, that being its powerful gun as well as the fast reload, which certainly does come in handy in many situations, as well as also the general decent mobility of the vehicle. Now this game on Eastern Europe demonstrates similar things, the fast reload certainly being one of them. I just killed a small Japanese light tank, going through the smoke, and, you know, as the smoke disappears, oh god, it's a German tank destroyer. Not a problem, one shot, and, you know, it knocks out 3 of the 4 crew members, giving me my second kill of the game. I go around a corner, and what's that? It is a little Panzer III, so I hit the back of the turret, make sure that he certainly is not able to shoot, and I just go around, one more shot, and as you can see, that is my second German kill of the game and 3rd kill overall. Now looking up onto the bridge, we see a little Italian tank destroyer. One shot knocks out the driver, second one straight through the lower frontal plate, giving me my 4th kill of the game. And, you know, definitely pretty powerful there. I do get shot at from sort of up on the hill. Luckily, I get cover from that enemy, see a little Panzer, fire at him, and that is my 5th kill of the game on the ground. Certainly very good there. Moving along, we have an early Panzer IV. So fire a shot into the side, his gunner, loader, and commander are out. He cannot shoot me. One more shot knocks out the driver, knocking out the entire crew effectively, and giving me my 6th kill of the game. Moving along, Puma. He's looking in the wrong direction. Pull out, fire into the front of him, and there we go. 7th kill of the game. So as you can see, this thing gets kills very rapidly, and if you know how to be sort of sneaky with the vehicle, you are certainly going to do well. Now unfortunately, a little anti-aircraft vehicle does see me and kills me, although before I do die, I am able to take out another Panzer III, giving me 8 kills on the ground in the AEC. Now after that, I jump into my sort of backup vehicle for this silver line grinding lineup, being the Corsair F Mk.II. This is actually a Fleet Air Arm variant of the Corsair that was used during World War II, and usually I take it out with the 1,000-pound bomb so that I can sort of use that if I see a group of enemy tanks huddled together. First kill on a small Japanese aircraft. Moving along, I then see an Italian heavy fighter, the 𝘼𝙑𝘃, so I move in on him, fire a few shots off, get a few early hits, but once he turns, I'm able to sort of set fire to the engine, do a lot more damage there, 2 critical hits in a row, and it seems like he is going down, so I sort of pull off, wait for him to go crash, and I then sight another enemy aeroplane, a Bf-110, certainly not something you want to get near to your friendly tanks. So I fire a few more shots, rip his wing off, and that is a double aircraft kill to finish off that game. So certainly a very good game there, yet again demonstrating the capabilities of the AEC, as well as some of the tank RB usage capabilities of the Corsair. So moving on now to the next game, I start off by capturing the A point, then I move forward, see a Panzer IV, I do shoot him, but unfortunately I do not get the kill for him, I simply damage the gun. Here is a little German tank destroyer, he pulls up, fire a shot, he cannot shoot me now, cannon barrel and breech are out, and all it takes is one shot in the right place to knock out the remainder of the crew. If you hit that panel on the right side of the gun, it will usually kill them, purely because there's 3 of the 4 crew members perfectly lined up, and obviously he cannot operate his tank with 1 crew member, so if you hit that panel and you can pen it, you will likely kill this vehicle. So again, I do the same thing, this time I hit the opposite panel and it still fragments through and gives me the kill. So 2 kills so far, both on German tank destroyers, and an assist on that little Panzer IV. So I continue to move on, I'm heading now towards the C point, as that is the only point not captured by my team, and what do I see in the woods over there? Ooh, it's a Panzer III, so I fire a shot in, see where he is, hit his engine, I do set him on fire, which is a slight distraction to stop him from shooting at me, and now it's just a case of firing into the right place and getting me yet another kill. And as I move on, I do come across something rather dangerous, a vehicle with a very big gun for this battle rating, a Flak 88. Now, you do not want that to hit you. That will kill your entire crew with one shot. You need to get that dealt with. So what I do is I make sure I've hit the gun enough. I fire a shot in and jam the vertical cannon drive, so it should make it a bit difficult for him to hit me. Then I hit the driver position, knocking out sort of the remainder of his usable crew, giving me yet another kill. And the final kill in this game was on a Panzer IV F2 at the C point. All it takes was one shot, and I'm actually able to knock out majority of the crew, giving me my 5th and final kill of the game. After capturing the C point, the game did end, and that was a no deaths game with 5 kills, 2 base caps and 1 kill assist, so certainly not something to be ashamed of. So this next game started with a bit of a yeet moment. There were two little enemy anti-aircraft vehicles moving in. They are fairly deadly to me, so what I do is I take out the one with machine guns, the other one, the R3, is on fire, which then gives me 2 kills in a row. Those things, if they got close to me, especially the R3, those things are bloody annoying. They will kill you. No armor on the chassis, they will just yeet shots into you, and you will die. Now as I'm moving along, what's that? Oh, it's a Panzer, fire a shot, frontal plate, knocked out the crew. One did actually survive. The driver did survive there, but luckily my APCBC shell fragmented enough to kill the rest of the crew. Moving along again. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a T-50. Yeet, and that is yet another kill. So as you can see, this thing is incredibly effective and certainly very fun to play. My KD, since the shell buff for this vehicle, since the APCBC got buffed, my KD on this vehicle has shot up. It was at sort of 1 death to 1 kill. Now it's at about 1 death to 3 kills. So definitely pretty good there. And please note though, as you saw, there was a 12 kill game earlier. My highest kills so far is 14. I got 14 kills in a game. I didn't die. I didn't show it in the video though, purely because it did involve just a tiny bit of spawn camping, so it's not really the kind of thing I think people would be very happy to see in a video. I've done that before, especially in my Centuro video, where I showed spawn camping and people didn't exactly like that so much. Anyway though, I got a decent amount of kills in the AEC, then I jumped over into the Corsair. First off, knocked out an IL-2. I usually take out ground target rounds with this just so that I can knock out light tanks, anti-aircraft vehicles with relative ease. And, you know, when facing an IL-2, using armor-piercing rounds, yeah, that's pretty damn useful. And as you saw there with the Italian aircraft, he got ripped to shreds very effectively. And that was the end of the game there. 7 ground target kills from that game, as well as 2 air targets and a base cap. Certainly no game to be ashamed of, especially considering I only had 1 death there. So overall, very, very good with this vehicle. I am loving the AEC. And as you see from that game, 88,000 silver lions, 7k research, and I even got a brand new skin for the AEC. So definitely very good there. Of course, even if you don't have premium account from that game, you would still have gotten around 50,000 silver lions. You would have got loads. So I would say, at least for me personally, from my current experience with the AEC, this is the best vehicle right now for me personally, at least considering my personal playstyle. It is the best vehicle, at least for me, for grinding out silver lions. I've been able to gain, as I said at the beginning, around 6 million in the past 2 days, which most of which have been spent on getting vehicles that I had previously finished researching, stuff like the Sheridan and the Leopard 2A4. So all of those things I've been able to get, which does mean that I am hopefully very soon going to have enough silver lions to get all the new vehicles from 1.87. Definitely something I would advise you guys doing as well. Get grinding those SL, because you will need them when 1.87 comes out if you intend on getting any of the new vehicles. Especially considering how generally now War Thunder updates do consist of a large amount of brand new high tier vehicles, which, as you may know, they're a little smidge of expensive. They're a tiny bit pricey, which does mean you're going to have to use quite a few silver lions there to actually acquire those vehicles. So get grinding. Maybe if you have it, give the AEC a go. It is an event vehicle, so it isn't generally available, although it is on the War Thunder market, although the price is fairly high. It's around 50 𝘼𝘾𝘾, so it is a fairly expensive vehicle, although if you really want to try it out, I see no issue with you buying it on the market. But nonetheless, if you got it from the event, which I'm sure a lot of people did, do give it another go, because after the shell update, this thing is damn fun. You have a very fast and agile vehicle with a very powerful gun. Anyway though, thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please consider smashing the like button, maybe even subscribe to the channel. If you do, that would be massively appreciated. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.